welcome back to the Rose Room. Hey y'all, so I know you're looking at the title like, how can she help us get through a long distance relationship? What does she know? She's married. Well, let me tell you, me and my husband my now husband, had a long distance relationship for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years really. So I know a few things about getting through those tough times where you not being able to see each other and being able to still keep it fun, fresh, and loving. And I have 4 points that are gonna help you out, okay? These points help me. These are my tips that I learned and the things that I did to keep my relationship while we were doing long distance. So, and the best one is at the end. So y'all gonna have to stay to the end to get to the best one, okay? So first thing, communication. Everybody always says communication. But I'm gonna break it down a little bit different, okay? So when I mean communication, I don't mean just texting, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. When I mean communicate, you gotta communicate everything. If you're having a bad day, tell them you're having a bad day. If you're having a sad day, tell them you're having a sad day. Like, you really gotta be open and honest and vulnerable, because he can't sit in the same room as you and see that you're down. You really gotta be open and honest with that person so they know exactly what you're going through throughout every day, because that's the closeness that comes with relationship. You're able to tell them all the feelings and emotions that you go through and all the bad things, situations that you go through. You're able to share those with that person. So you really have to be open and honest and really tell them how you feel every single day. Like, don't leave out any details, because it makes room for conversation to start. And that's what keeps the relationship going, those conversations that y'all have. And y'all gonna remember those conversations when y'all get back. So you're gonna be like, remember when we had that conversation? That was awesome. All right, next thing. Second thing is sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice money and time. Money and time are the top 2 things that you're going to have to sacrifice in a long distance relationship. Money, you already know. You're going to have to take a plane, a bus, a train, whatever you got to do. You need to go visit your partner, whether it be every couple of months, maybe if they live a little bit farther away, every 6 months. Y'all need to still be able to connect in some physical way. You just got to make it happen. Me and Joe, we saw each other 2 times within that 1.5 year span, because we were broke college kids at the time. And I was pregnant at the time too. So he wanted to be there for, like, when I found out the gender of my child, and when I found out when he had the baby shower, he was there. So those are the 2 times that he came. And then he also came a 3rd time. So he did come 3 times. 3 times he came. So, and he also came when I had her, and he stayed a little bit with me the first few weeks that she was here. Very important. You have to make time to see each other. Especially if you have the means, do it. Like, plan a trip to go somewhere together, meet each other in another state or something like that. You have to plan things. Now, when I say sacrifice time, okay, so this was me. I had to sacrifice sleeping time because we lived in 2 separate states. I was in Maryland, he was in Texas. We had an hour delay, whatever way it was, right? We had an hour delay. So I had to stay up sometimes to talk to him. He had to stay up sometimes to talk to me. Or he had to call me earlier. But you have to, like, really just not think about yourself and think about the longevity of your relationship and the fact that you want it to last. And you're going to have to make those small sacrifices. Whether you got to get up early for work to call them or stay up late to call them, do it. Just do it. I'm telling you, just do it. This brings me to my next point. The looking at the end goal. So when you're in a long distance relationship, you're like, man, this is taking forever. Like, when are we going to move in together? When are we going to get married? When are we going to get engaged? Just take your time. It's okay. Everything will happen in its time. I'm telling you, everything will happen in its time. My husband brought me down to Houston from Maryland 4 months after our daughter was born. And he wanted to hurry up and get it done. Like, he did not want me and his daughter to be away from him for so long. So if you have a man that really loves you and cares for you and really, like, wants to be around you, wants to be with you and your child or your children, whatever the case may be, they're going to make sure that this long distance does not last forever. They're gonna take steps to get to that next point in y'all's relationship. And that's exactly what my husband did, and me and my husband did. Oh, just think about what y'all, the end goal is for y'all's relationship, and just remember that this is just a season. This is not forever. You're not gonna be apart forever. So it's gonna be all right. You'll get through it. I promise you. You will get through it. Okay, you will get through it. Which brings me to my last part. This is how you keep the relationship fun, spicy, intriguing. Let this person know that you are important to me and I am thinking about you. So you're going to use the 5 love languages. I have never heard anybody talk about this when it comes to long distance. You have to use the 5 love languages. Now, there are 2 love languages that you cannot use, which is physical touch and acts of service. You can do quality time, words of affirmation, and gifts. So I'm going to start with the gifts because that's the easiest one. If you have a couple of dollars, buy that man some headphones. Buy that man a notebook. Buy him a book that he's been thinking about reading. Buy him a t-shirt that he's been talking about. Buy him something. Just it has to be like in the spur of the moment thing, because that's when you really know, like, dang, this person really loved me. This person really cared about me. They just bought me something just because they were thinking about me. That is going to keep the spark in y'all relationship while y'all are apart from each other. I'm telling you. And I did stuff like that. I brought my boyfriend a robe. I brought him a pen. I sent him a care package with all his favorite snacks. I went to the dollar store. You don't even have to be expensive. I went to the dollar store and bought him Cheez-Its, Twizzlers, Starburst, Skittles, like all his favorite treats. I brought them for him, sent them to him in a care package, and he enjoyed every last one of those. And he greatly appreciated it. And then even one time, it was around Christmas time, he sent me some cookies and brownies. And he sent me like 4 jars full of cookies, brownies, and all these little delicious sweets. And I ate them all. Me and my baby ate them all up. She was in my tummy, but we ate them. They was good. So, gifts. Words of affirmation. Now, this is more of, now some people have to work on this. I had to work on this. I found out that I'm actually better at words of affirmation when it comes through me writing something or through text. I'm not very good with words of affirmation. I'm getting better, but I'm not really good with word affirmation when it's in person, because sometimes I have a hard time finding my words to say. But I've gotten a lot better with that. But words of affirmation, you want to be sending encouraging, uplifting, just lighthearted. You can send them something funny, like to make them laugh. You can send them something sweet to make their heart melt. Like, my favorite thing to do was it always has to be from the heart. You can't just be sending stuff every day, because it's not gonna feel genuine. You want to send it when you feel the need to. Like, literally, sometimes I would be sitting in my bed and I would get a thought, hey, send him this. And it always happened to be that in that time period, he needed to hear what I had to say to him. And he really, like, genuinely appreciated it. And I still do that to this day, because he goes out and work and I'm at the house, and I know he's be going through it sometimes, and he needs a word of encouragement to get him through the day, because he has to deal with 25 employees. Definitely want to do words of affirmation. Let them know that you care for them, that you're here for them, and that you see them even though you don't see them. That's how you let them know that, you know, I still care. Quality time. Now, this is where you got to get creative. There's so many things that you can do while on FaceTime. Y'all can watch movies together. Y'all can play games together. Y'all can read books together. If you want to read books, y'all can play video games together. Y'all set up the game, get on your phones, set the game up, and y'all play Call of Duty together, or Mario Kart together. Like, there's so many things that you can do to spend quality time together, even if it's not in person. It's definitely gonna be worth it, you putting in that effort to sit down maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks to watch a movie on Netflix, or watch your favorite show on Netflix, just one episode, just so y'all get that time to feel like you're next to each other, to feel the love that y'all have between each other. Okay, but these are my tips for y'all. I hope y'all enjoy. I know you can get through this long distance relationship. It's not gonna last forever, okay? It's not gonna last forever. Y'all are gonna be together soon. It's all right. But take these tips and implement them into your relationship, and see how it transforms your relationship and how it's able to bring joy and fun back into your relationship. Okay, so yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. I love y'all. Peace. We are leaving the rose room.